with just the expectation. I remember you saying after the exhibition that you might have been a little nervous. You felt like it. Now it's starting for real, and there's a lot of people depending on you, and obviously the expectations couldn't be any higher.
I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't really care about people's expectations, but like stuff like that don't really bother me because at the end of the day, it's just basketball. So either I'm gonna have a good game or have a bad game. We're gonna win or we're gonna lose. If I have a bad game and we win, that's great for me. I don't care how many points I score, as long as we got the win. I have a bad game and we lose, then I feel some type of way because I feel like I didn't do as much as I could to help my team overcome and get the win. But other than that, as long as the man above wake me up the next day, I'm fine with whatever people think about me.
Tyrese was saying earlier that you always say, hey, you're a great player, and you say, don't say that, don't do that. Why so?
I mean, my teammates always tell me, like, I'm probably one of the best players they've seen or I'm a great player, but I don't really like to hear stuff like that because that's just not me. I just like to come out, play the game, don't do too much talking, listen to what coach say, do what he say, and just try to get a win.
You think that surprises people who don't know you when they talk about Anthony Edwards and all your basketball ability, that you're like that? You're a very humble guy. You think that surprises folks?
I wouldn't say it surprises people because I feel like if someone actually met me before, they'll realize that that's who I am. But other than that, the people who don't think I'm humble, then I can't really do anything about it because they don't know me personally, so it's okay.
When did you learn that? When did you learn that ability to be humble? Because I'm sure growing up, at some point you probably did have a little bit more swag or ego, and at some point you probably learned the lesson to be humble and to your charismatic ways.
Probably just watching my older brother. I mean, when he was in high school, he was really, really good in basketball, and the school loved him, and he was always humble. Like, he'd walk around like he was nobody, you know? So me just looking up to him just taught me a lot. Like, don't think you're too much, you know, walk around like you the man. Just be cool, have a relationship with everybody on your team. Don't treat someone lower than you. Just treat everybody the same.
The thing about a guy like you that, you know, everybody's seen the NBA projections and everything else, so it's like you're just playing out the year until you get a chance to go pro. But what is Coach Crean? Has he done anything to your game since you've been here? Or has he tried to just let you play the way you play? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, Coach Crean, he kind of lets us play the way we play, but most of the time he wants us to play his style, which is nothing wrong with that. I mean, he's the coach, we're the players, we got to listen to him. But, yeah, he's definitely helped me tremendously on my catch and shoot ability. That's all he wants to work on. Me not wasting dribbles on the side of my hip, in front of me, stuff like that. Yeah, Coach Crean, yeah, he's a great coach.
Well, speaking of family, you mentioned your brother. How much does this mean to be playing in a place where your brother and sister can see you play regularly, and how much did that play into your decision to come here?
My sister, I think a month or a couple months before I committed, my sister had my nephew, so me just coming here made it easy for her to be able to drive, and I put him on a plane every time she wanted to come see me play, stuff like that.
Did that play a big part in your decision to come here, or the family?
Yes, sir.
The tightness of family, I guess. Could you say, just speaking about how important that is to you?
Family, after God, family is the most important thing to me in the world. I mean, if they're not happy, then I'm not happy. So, and we're real tight because we've been through a lot of stuff. So we're real tight. I mean, nobody can break our bond. So no matter what nobody said about my family, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Are you under the radar on campus or around town? Do people know who you are? Do they think you're a football player?
I mean, sometimes people who don't, because basketball is not that big on campus, they don't really know. They think I'm a football player, but a lot of people on campus, most of them know, like, they'll see me. Most of the time I have my hood on, but when I go out to eat, a lot of people know who I am.
I don't know if it was part of consideration, but you said you didn't want to go to a blue blood and just be another guy. If you went to a North Carolina, Kansas, Kentucky, everyone would have known who you were. You don't need that here, I guess. You don't need the constant recognition.
No, I don't need for people to tell me who I am. I mean, I know who I am. I don't need nobody else to tell me who I'm in. So
you don't need your ego stroked by people?
By nobody. I'd rather be around people like Justin Holland, my trainer, Coach Crean, who gonna always tell me I need to improve in this category of my game. I don't like to be around people that's telling me constantly how good I am.
We were talking to Tyree about the first pickup game, because I asked him when did he know that you were really legit and up to the 5-star. He said the first pickup game nobody could stop you. Were you giving it what you? I mean, was there something to prove? Was that kind of a moment for you too with new teammates?
I mean, no, it was nothing to prove. I mean, it was a couple upperclassmen him here, like him, Fagan. Everybody wasn't here, so I felt like for my team to win, I had to shoot the ball. So I was just shooting the ball, and my shots were falling, making great moves, going to dunk the ball, stuff like that. He was on my team, so he was he do all the talking. So he was talking mess to the other team and stuff like that. I don't really do no talking, so I was just playing. He was just sitting there commentating the game.
Looking at the Charlotte game, it looked like you asserted yourself down the stretch there. Can you just talk about what that exhibition at Charlotte did and some of the moments you had there down the stretch after foul trouble early?
I mean, after I got in foul trouble, I just realized, like, my team needs me on the court, so I can't make, like, careless mistakes like that, careless fouls in the backcourt, reaching, stuff like that. But second half, I feel like I came out pretty strong and helped my team to a win, which he did tremendously. He had a couple big shots for us, made a couple great moves. So I feel like we came out strong together on top that game.
Are you a pretty quiet presence on the court? You don't do much talking, or even if somebody's talking at you?
Like, if someone talking junk to me?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't really say too much. I mean, I let my teammates talk. I just talk by playing basketball. That's the way I talk. Making the right pass, getting a steal, going to dunk the ball, making a shot. I don't really say too much, though.
Because I'm sure you've had it coming all along, guys trying to get in your head.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I feel like the best thing for that is just paying no attention. That makes the guy who talking mad. Because he's like, I feel like most dudes this year, their coach is going to tell them, try to get in his head, but they don't know me, so they don't know that it's not going to work.
Is there an NBA player that you like to watch? As far those guys' styles so obvious, they don't have helmets on. We can watch their reaction. Who do you like to watch? Whose style would you say you emulate?
I would say I emulate nobody's style, but I love Bradley Beal. I love C.J. McCollum. I love James Harden, Jimmy Butler, people like that. I love Cam Reddish too, even though he's not playing very good. But I think Cam Reddish is going to be a really, really great NBA player. But that's about it.
Tyree was saying one of your things that you seem to make everybody better on the court, and I heard you mention after the exhibition game about when you're playing the point. Of course, Crean says you guys play positionless basketball, but what is your attitude in terms of how do you go about making everybody better on the court? Is that one of your objectives?
I mean, not one of my objectives because, I mean, it's basketball, so I feel like a player like me should come in and instantly make everybody better the way I can pass, because a lot of people don't think I can pass the ball the way I can pass. I can score. So me going to look to score is when I make my best passes, because people always think I'm a shooter and they looking at me and I kick it out to the corner to Tyree or Ray Sean or Amanze and stuff like that.
Anthony, 3 to 5 years from now, what do you think people will say about your impact on this program, assuming that you're going to have one season to make your mark here?
I just want people to be like, he was a great kid, humble, listens, and everywhere he goes, he has a smile on his face.
Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. Thanks.